Hello, here are some endangered species of birds that you might have heard of. The northern bobwhite, the evening grosbeak, northern pintail, greater scaup, boreal chickadee, eastern meadowlark, common tern, loggerhead shrike, field sparrow, grasshopper sparrow, snow bunting, black-throated sparrow, lark sparrow, common grackle, American bittern, rufous hummingbird, whippoorwill, horned lark, little blue heron, and ruffed grouse. These are some grassland species endangered. Plumado falcon, greater prairie chicken, northern bobwhite, grasshopper sparrow. America's top 10 most endangered birds: ivory-billed woodpecker, California condor, whooping crane, Gunnison sage grouse, Kirtland's warbler, piping plover, Florida scrub jay, ashy storm petrel, golden-cheeked warbler, Kittlit's murrelet. I don't know what Kittlit's murrelet is, but it's a bird. So those are all endangered birds. I got it off of Bald Coot and Screaming Loon. It's a good book. It has a lot more than just bird sex lives, so just check it out. But, yeah. If I could get some, people to be more interested in bird watching and less into, buying, Gucci knockoffs, then that'd be a good thing. So, that's a good thing. Yes, now for a poem. The plural of goose is geese, but the plural of moose ain't meese. And the plural of noose ain't niece, but the plural of the goose is geese. By Roland Young, 1887 to 1953. What a brilliant poem, but that's okay. Let's see if we can find another poem. Oh, here we go. Oh, another poem. The Dying Swan. The plain was grassy, wild and bare, wild, wild, and open to the air, which had built up everywhere an under roof of doleful grey, with an inner voice the river ran. Adown it floated a dying swan, and loudly did lament. It was the middle of the day, ever the weary wind went on, and took the reed tops as it went. Some blue peaks in the distance rose, and the white against the cold white sky shone out their crowning snows. One willow over a river swept, and shook the wave as the wind did sigh. Above the wind as was the swallow, chasing itself as its own wild will, and far through the marish green and still the tangled water courses slept, shut over with purple and green and yellow. The wild swan death him took the soul of the waste place with joy, hidden in sorrow at first to the ear. The warble was low and full and clear, and floating about the under sky, prevailing in weakness, the coronach soul stole, sometimes afar and sometimes anear, but anon her own awful jubilant voice, the music strange and manifold, flowed forth on carol free and bold, as when a mighty people rejoice, with shawms and cymbals and harps of gold, and the tumult of their acclaimed is rolled through the open gates of the city afar, to the shepherd who watcheth the evening star, and the creeping mosses and clambering weeds, and the willow branches hoar and dank, and the wavy swell of the soughing reeds, and the wave-worn horns of the echoing bank, and the silvery marish flowers that throng the desolate creeks and pools among, were flooded over with eddying song, by the English poet Alfred Lord Tennyson, 1809 to 92. then they have an interesting name of a bird after that, but that's okay. So, did you know that the male bird sings more than the female bird? That's just your handy tip for the day. Paging Dr. McDreamy.